am the god of hellfire, and I bring you...
Hey, this is Travis Shuchak,
Braden Croft, and we're going to do a little bit of a trailer reaction on Raised by Wolves.
Ridley Scott. It's his show, and it's on HBOMax, which is... I'm excited, but I'm also going to be disappointed because I know I'm going to want to get HBOMax, and I don't have it.
Yeah,
so
hopefully there's not a lot of titles on it, so when you do get it, you could just binge watch the shit for like a month and then cancel.
Yeah, just do the old Disney with any of the Star Wars shit.
All right, let's start it up.
So let's do this.
Gather round, children.
Okay, see, I'm liking that.
The Earth was destroyed by a great war.
Looks like a Beirut explosion.
Programmed to protect you.
Wow. Shit, this looks good though.
Does anyone know the story of the three little pigs?
Android, Ridley Scott. Got it.
He sure does love androids, doesn't he? He's really on a kick.
Built a house out of straw.
She's kind of got like a David Bowie thing going on right now. I like it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Third little pig.
Ziggy Stardust.
So you can see that whatever this war was decimated man to the point of almost being caveman again. Like, we're talking early man.
They decimated all the nice clothes too. That's why they're wearing like cellophane.
Little pig.
Hey man, that's a style choice.
You could rock it. Oh my god, I wouldn't want to act in that unless I was in tip-top
In the
shape.
desert too? Are you kidding me? Oh shit, just the sweat alone, bro, on your body. Weird creature. Whoa. That's her. I think badass. So, I don't know if she's a robot or an alien, but she is awesome. Oh shit.
What she was talking about?
And that's Travis Finnell, the dude from Vikings.
Oh yeah.
He's awesome too.
That's her.
September 3rd, man, that's soon too.
There was so much in that I gotta like unload piece by piece what I just saw. It looked like about 4 awesome movies combined into one.
It reminded me of actually the 2 Outer Limits episodes too. The Camp and Promised Land or something, I think. The Camp was an episode of Outer Limits where it was a cluster of people that were in a camp raised by robots, and they just kept on working on shit and keeping up the robot.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So
and they just upkeep the robots, and this war happened, and there was nothing left, kind of, and they were in this cluster, and they were never allowed to leave, and they were kind of led on to that, like, you'll die out there, don't even try, and it ended up, it was like so long done with this war and all that they could have just left. And but that actually reminds me a shit ton of that.
You know, it wouldn't be the first awesome looking thing that's being ripped off from the Outer Limits.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, and half of those Outer Limits, even on the 90s reissue of when they brought it back, they were still from like the Rod Serling stuff too. Like a lot of them was from those original 60s ones.
Yeah. It's amazing shit, man.
But I mean, this does look really impressive. Production quality looks amazing. Like
let's play it again.
It's beautiful.
Let's break down. I want to kind of like unload piece by piece. So you got an alien ship coming in.
Yeah. Okay. So we're opening up with UFO kind of style alien ship.
Really gnarly, some primitive, less shitty clothing.
And it looks like they worship those ships or something because they did these spirals on the ground.
Right. So we're probably not going to be taking part in the Great War. That looks like
but it looked like a flashbacky thing. But they show decimated city.
So Skynet wiped us out.
Yeah, and you don't know if they're robots or aliens yet because they're also implying it possibly coming from the sky.
Like, do you think the aliens were the ones that decimated Earth?
Yeah, I'm questioning if that was aliens that did that and that the robots are either something that the humans had made at that point or possibly, something that's alien but made in human image. I don't know.
Or I guess if they wiped out humanity and then the few survivors were raised by them.
Well, she's talking about bringing back the species, basically, of humans, like raising them and
it's kind of like
them.
That Mother movie, wipe out all the violent ones and then raise back humanity with your own.
Which was also a great film, actually.
Really good.
I love that movie.
Inside the spaceship here.
I was programmed to protect you.
So she's programmed to protect.
We start again.
And starting over. Okay, so
Okay, so she's not human, obviously, and she's gonna raise these
So
humans.
she's definitely a robot.
Is this directed by Ridley, or is this produced by his company?
I don't know.
The second little pig built a house out of sticks. And the third little pig.
So they're hard hit. They're not just like, hey, we're living in the rubble of the past.
No.
We're living in like grass huts.
Like, if they're not decimated, because it also showed that scene where she's pulling like a fetal human out of some goop. So they may have literally wiped out humanity and they're starting it over from afresh.
Yeah.
Which also reminds me of another with James Marsden. I can't remember the episode name, but there was an alien species that brought them back. They wiped out humanity and they started bringing them back and raising them from shit that they found in the ice of dead humans from this war that had happened years before.
There's like a movie in every episode of those, eh?
Oh, I love Outer Limits, dude.
So
I could
good.
do episodes just on Outer Limits.
And like you said, the 80s versions they're better, in my opinion,
oh, they're great,
than
man.
the first run of the series.
Did you know that my family, between me and my dad, like we own the largest private collection of like props and costumes from the Outer Limits when they brought it back
I'm not surprised at all.
in the world? Yeah, like you'll have to come over and check it out. There's so much. We could show some of it later.
That's sick.
He built a house out of stone.
And these bones, like what's that implying too? That's a huge creature.
A big bad wolf came along.
And who the hell are these guys with Travis Finnell?
So, are they rival?
There's
Alien?
something rival because they're instantly kicking the shit out of her and like whoever's with her that you can tell are not the human. Like, so
It's funny though. As soon as I see like, okay, here's the android. They're good. They're raising these people. Here's the bad guy. He's also could be android.
that guy
He might-
looks scarred though. If you notice, he's got some stuff going on in his face.
Yeah, I instantly, especially with Ridley, I'm like, okay, they're trying to get me to trust that the android's a good one.
Yeah.
When in fact, this villain that it's in a white coat,
Yeah.
are
And
they the
he
good
calls
guys?
her out saying that that big bad wolf they're talking about is her. And he even says that to some character. It was VO in here, but like, so maybe she's part of whatever happened and then she was reprogrammed Terminator style
Right.
T2 to protect and raise these people, but maybe she was part of the whatever war that the
big calamity thing.
Yeah.
Ah.
Could be an interesting.
We're all huff. Blow your house in.
And then whatever the hell these creatures are too, these skeletal.
It looks like Jason and the Argonaut.
See, but that's her, and she's all silver and shit. She's got that cool like makeup going on, and she's just blowing people up in this hallway just by looking at them.
Right. Those guys are exploding into a
And
pink
like, what
mist.
the fuck are these guys? Like these weird gangly, like Slenderman-y, monstery things, and then just limbless bodies hanging here with and they had like weird robot-y kind of goggle bits on their face that were like grafted on, and like these guys are.
It almost looks like
I
a
don't
failed
even know.
project
Yeah,
to
like
bring back humans and
maybe, and they're all corded up, either that or they're like part robot androids or
So-
something.
the scene in the hallway when everyone's heads are exploding.
Just
and shit.
blowing up. Just
So is she telepathic? Is that
I don't know, but
pressurized room?
she's scannering the shit out of those motherfuckers. Like they're just. It looked awesome though, and and she's getting shot to shit too, and like it's doing nothing to her.
Yeah,
She
exactly.
was talking about.
See, he's scarred.
That's her.
So he called her out there,
Right.
and then the wolf reference too, with the namesake raised by wolves.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
So
probably
the humans
implying
are raised by wolves, which
that
she's raising.
whoever decimated humanity is probably the guys raising them. So
feel like-
that's the angle I'm kind of taking away from that.
Watch us be 100% correct, and someone's like watches this, and they're like, "Son of a bitch, those two
Well,
guys ruined it for me."
it's not leaked, but it might as well have been.
Yeah.
Maybe
Dude.
we're lucky, but regardless, I'd watch exactly what we talked about if that's the case,
If
because it
TV
looked amazing.
Oh yeah. If TV keeps going in this direction, like not only is
Oh,
that
yeah.
amazing cinematic quality,
Oh, it looked beautiful.
top notch,
Mm-hmm.
like $150 million film that you'd see in theaters,
100%.
that's a series. So they're doing that. I'm assuming it's a 1 hour,
Yeah, I would assume.
probably 12 episodes at the very least.
Hopefully.
Multiple
Sometimes
seasons
they
if it
do
does well.
those 8 or 6. Some for the really big like Ridley Scott kind of guy one.
Speaking of Ridley with his
Mm-hmm.
Man in the High Castle, like watching that is pretty cool, and you get to see the alternate universe of a Nazi America.
Yeah.
But it always felt, I'm like, okay, CG, okay, all right. It
was a little more like series, like what you would expect.
Felt more like a series, yeah. This doesn't feel like that.
No, this has got that kind of Westworld like polish, that degree of like, this is beautiful sci-fi. I'm very, very interested in it, to be honest. It's like, this is like in my wheelhouse. I love gritty post-apocalyptic future.
And it's September.
It's hitting it all. And September 3rd, I think it said. What are we here? September 3rd.
Holy crap.
That's soon. HBOMax. You guys may have just done it. I may actually have to get this service now.
Hopefully
I've been
it's
holding
tied
on.
into the Amazon Prime thing. I think that's the easiest way to get this shit all in one umbrella. So
it's kind of a cool hub, because if you subscribe to all that shit, you can get, I think, Shudder through there too. Yeah. Like, you can kind of just use it as a basically, which is great.
It's a good idea. I think they narrowed in, and
it's smart. Somebody should have done that. Yeah, and I think that the fact Amazon jumped on that was actually really smart.
You know, Amazon, those guys seem like they could be making money at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, what do you guys think about the trailer?
Yeah, mention whatever in the comments below. I mean, I'm excited.
Do you think?
Yeah. And were we close, or do you got a different theory or a take from this? I don't know.
Raised by Wolves, man.
Raised by Wolves.
I'm checking it out.
Could be my new thing, my favorite upcoming series. This is the one I'm most excited for that is immediately coming out. Like, this is cool.